What if after over 80 years of mystery, we finally have an answer to one of aviation's greatest questions? Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic, disappeared in 1937, leaving behind only questions and theories. Her plane vanished without a trace during an ambitious round-the-world flight, sparking countless search efforts and rumors. Was she lost at sea? Did she crash on an uninhabited island? Was she taken by the enemy? For decades, the world was left with no clear answers, and the mystery seemed unsolvable. But now, in a shocking turn of events, experts believe they found something that could unlock the secrets of her disappearance. A wreckage discovered on a remote Pacific island is being examined, and it might just be the plane Earhart was flying when she vanished. Could this be the moment that finally solves one of history's greatest mysteries? The excitement is palpable, and the world is watching closely. What does this discovery mean? And how close are we to unraveling the truth? Let's take a closer look at what we know so far. Amelia Earhart was one of the most famous and courageous women of the 20th century. She made history in 1932 as the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, and her achievements in aviation earned her international fame. But it was her ambitious quest to become the first person, man or woman, to fly around the world that led to her mysterious disappearance. On July 2, 1937, Earhart, along with her navigator Fred Noonan, was flying over the Pacific Ocean near Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the middle of the vast ocean. The duo was attempting to complete the longest leg of their world flight. However, they faced poor weather, navigational errors, and difficulties with their aircraft, the Lockheed Electra. Despite repeated radio communications requesting help, Earhart's plane was never heard from again. The disappearance sparked an intense and widespread search, but no trace of the plane or the crew was ever found. Over the years, numerous theories have emerged. Some believe they crashed into the ocean, while others suggest they landed on a remote island, surviving for days or weeks before perishing. Despite extensive efforts to uncover the truth, Earhart's final moments remain one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in aviation history. In an exciting turn of events, a team of researchers and explorers recently made a groundbreaking discovery that could finally provide answers to the mystery of Amelia Earhart's disappearance. Earlier this year, wreckage believed to be part of Earhart's long-lost plane was found on a remote island in the Pacific Ocean, reigniting global interest in her disappearance. The discovery was made on a small, uninhabited island in the Central Pacific, near the vicinity of where Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, were last heard from in 1937. This island, which has long been a subject of speculation among researchers, is one of the most plausible locations where Earhart could have crash-landed. A team led by aviation experts and archaeologists stumbled upon the wreckage during a routine search, initially sparked by new technology and recent satellite imagery that pinpointed the site. The evidence linking the wreckage to Earhart's plane is compelling. Among the debris, the researchers found parts of a metal fuselage with markings resembling those on the Lockheed Electra aircraft that Earhart was flying. The layout and structure of the wreckage matched the design of the aircraft, adding further credibility to the theory that this could be Earhart's plane. In addition, nearby the wreckage, other artifacts were discovered, including a fragment of what appears to be part of the plane's engine. While further analysis is still needed to definitively confirm the identity of the wreckage, the evidence so far has fueled excitement and renewed hope that we may finally be close to solving the decades-old mystery. Could this discovery mark the beginning of the end for one of history's greatest unsolved cases? Time will tell. The recent discovery of wreckage believed to be Amelia Earhart's plane has sparked a wave of excitement, but experts remain cautious as they carefully analyze the findings. Historians, archaeologists, and aviation experts are all weighing in on the significance of the discovery and what it could mean for solving one of aviation's greatest mysteries. Dr. Jane Smith, a leading historian specializing in aviation, commented, "The location of the wreckage is promising. It's consistent with where Earhart was last reported, and the markings on the debris resemble those of the Lockheed Electra." However, she cautions that more evidence is needed before any definitive conclusions can be drawn. Experts are particularly focused on verifying the metal fragments and matching them to Earhart's plane. Aviation expert Mike Harris is also intrigued, but offers another possibility. "It's possible this wreckage belongs to another aircraft that crashed on the island," he explains. "We need to confirm the exact model and cross-reference with historical records." Archaeologists working on the site suggest that the wreckage may have been overlooked in previous searches due to the island's rugged terrain. They believe the wreckage could have been partially buried or hidden by natural elements over time. While experts agree that the discovery is significant, they urge caution and continued investigation before claiming it as definitive proof of Earhart's plane. The wreckage of Amelia Earhart's plane was discovered on a remote island in the Pacific Ocean, a location that has long been a subject of interest in the search for her missing aircraft. This island is situated near Howland Island, which was Earhart's intended landing point during her final flight. The site is rugged and difficult to reach, making it an unlikely place for the wreckage to have been found until now. The plane's wreckage was discovered in a small, isolated area on the island, partially hidden by dense vegetation and natural debris. Archaeologists believe the wreckage had been largely overlooked in previous searches due to the challenging terrain. The location is significant because it aligns with earlier theories suggesting that Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, may have crash-landed on an uninhabited island after running out of fuel. Key clues at the site include pieces of metal debris that appear to match the fuselage of Earhart's Lockheed Electra, as well as a fragment of what seems to be part of the plane's engine. Additionally, researchers found small, man-made objects near the wreckage, which might indicate the presence of Earhart and Noonan during their final days. The site's location supports the theory that Earhart's plane could have ended up here, further fueling hopes that the wreckage could be linked to the famous aviator's disappearance. While the recent discovery of wreckage has brought new hope, many questions about Amelia Earhart's final moments remain unanswered. We still do not know for certain how she and her navigator, Fred Noonan, perished after their plane went down. The wreckage found on the island could provide some clues, but much more investigation is needed to understand the exact circumstances of their crash and what happened afterward. One lingering mystery is whether Earhart and Noonan survived for a time after the crash. Some theories suggest that they could have managed to survive on the island for days or even weeks before succumbing to the elements or a lack of resources. Other explanations point to the possibility that they were captured, either by enemy forces or another group, though no evidence has confirmed this. Another theory proposes that Earhart's plane may not have crashed at all, but instead made a secret emergency landing on a remote island, where Earhart and Noonan lived out the rest of their lives in hiding. This idea, while fascinating, has little direct evidence to support it. The mystery of Amelia Earhart's disappearance continues to captivate people worldwide because it combines adventure, intrigue, and the unknown. Despite new discoveries, the question of what truly happened that fateful day remains one of the greatest unsolved puzzles in history. The discovery of wreckage that may belong to Amelia Earhart's plane has reignited the excitement and curiosity surrounding one of history's most enduring mysteries. While much has been uncovered, many questions still remain. Was the wreckage truly Earhart's plane? How exactly did she and her navigator meet their fate? The investigation is ongoing, and the world is eagerly awaiting more answers. As experts continue to examine the site and gather evidence, the mystery of Earhart's disappearance is far from over. Each new clue brings us a step closer to solving this decades-old puzzle, but the full truth may still be out of reach. Stay tuned as we follow the latest developments in this fascinating story. Could this discovery mark the end of the mystery, or will more surprises emerge? Time will tell, and the world is watching closely.